Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And my question of today is, do you know more than one language? Do you know any other language from English? Because, as you guys know, I know Dutch, so yes, I can speak. Ik kan Nederlands praten. En we zouden het ook een hele video kunnen doen als jullie dit graag zouden willen, maar it's rather strange, I think, to do that since most of you guys won't understand. But what language do you know? Put it in the comment section down below. I want to see. Do you know any 中国, or Espanol or Français? Just let me know in the comment section. Let's get on with the video. So, one fun thing I saw today was this one right here. Fun picture. How it all started versus how it is all going. And the fun thing with this one is there is actually a very good moral story to this one. And it actually has to do with living below your means, right? And I kind of don't want to encourage people to live this way, since I'm going to say enjoy the now instead of only looking out for the future, but hear me out. So, a philosophy that some people follow when investing into things, you could mostly say assets, but maybe even cryptocurrency assets. I don't know. That's something newer, so I can't really tell. Is that they will put as much income to the side right now with the thought that is going to be worth more in the future. So any dollar you have right now that you could spend or utilize to maybe, I guess put in a car or in a house, you could also invest that money in this thing. I'm doing that with like quotations, with like the bunny ears, and make that dollar be worth 10 times more in the future. If you've ever had a macroeconomics course, and I don't remember this anymore because it's been so long, but I believe there's a simple term for it, which is called in Dutch it's uitgesteld. In English, I think it's postponed consumption. Or maybe it's actually finance and not macroeconomics. I don't remember. Then what you'll see is if you have a consumption line, and the more you leave from consumption at C0, which is your consumption at the time now, and the more you do at C1, which is your consumption in, for example, year one, it could be N, you can pick any year right there, because of interest, and in this case, because of an ROI on your investment over years, you have way more to consume. And now, for most people, this end, since we picked N as an end there's no real number because it's all natural numbers, so there's no real end to it. Like you'll be, you'll have passed on before you get to spend it. So for most people, there is some point at which they're like, well, right now I want to use it or something like that. You gotta find that though, and you gotta kind of balance it out. But this, downsizing from a house like this to a van, I'm not gonna say do it, but it's not actually such a crazy idea. It's not even a bad thing. Because think about this one. Let's say with this house, you are spending $2,500 a month just on the housing, all right? And you are renting it, could be. With this car, you're spending $112, maybe let's say $150 since you already have it. I'm just assuming you already had the car. You're spending $150. All of a sudden, you got yourself, let's say, 2.3 thousand more dollars to invest every single month. And all of a sudden, after a year, you notice, whoa, yeah, you got another, maybe, I don't know, if with investment, added to it with some compounding interest. All of a sudden, you've got yourself $35,000 extra after 1 year. If you just start to think about it that way, then who's the dumb guy? The guy who stayed in this house because, well, he's not investing much? Is he the smart guy or the dumb guy for not having 35,000 more a year later? And that's why I'm like, well, things like this are not as bad as they sometimes seem. So that's just a side note, sidetrack, but I think it was rather important to understand why this is kind of a joke, but there's some bitter truth, a very beautiful truth in my opinion, behind it. Let me know what you think about that. Then XRP Carlton. I've actually never heard about him before, but he posted a pretty cool video. Breaking news, China is ready. And by the way, if you're liking it so far, make sure you press the like button. And if you want to see more, you can always press the subscribe button. And if you don't enjoy my stuff, you can always, press unsubscribe later. Breaking news, China is ready. They gave 50,000 citizens a digital yuan to use for a test run. And there's a whole video right here which you guys can watch. I'm going to briefly retweet that so you guys can see it. going to also be following Carlton. But yeah, the reason I'm showing you guys this is because China has been outpacing the U.S. by quite a good bit, and I don't want to put too much conspiracy in it or anything like that. But I do think, with my rational brain here, that well, the U.S. is now really starting to get kind of put on their toes. They really have to start walking, which is also why they came out with that report like yesterday or something, or they came out with a DLT type of stuff, the Trump administration yesterday, because they have to hurry. Together with that, though, the election, of course, is making some of these ties a little bit stranger because, well, they of course want to innovate as much as they can before the election comes, since there's a higher chance they'll choose you again. But of course, that's not the only thing they should be doing, right? So you have to kind of split up, which is rather difficult, especially in such a dire time. However, to come back to my point, I'm more and more leaning towards the U.S. getting away from the number one position to the number two, letting China take over. The yuan becoming the number one, becoming the world's reserve currency and the most, I guess, profound economy. And I'm still wondering what that would mean for XRP as well. Because I don't know how accepted XRP is there just quite yet. If you're a true loyal subscriber, a loyal guy who watches all my videos, you know, about 1 week ago, I covered a subject in my deep dive sessions, by the way. I covered a subject, I think it was actually 3 days ago, which was talking about China and the vulnerabilities they found within XRP, or actually within Ripple. You guys get it. Now, the reason I addressed that was because there are very often some incidents where China is not too happy with technologies from the US. Again, this is just, I think, in my opinion, that's kind of strange, but in my opinion, it is factual. Yet, I think there's still some stuff to debate about. Like, I'm assuming these things are facts, that China does not really, approve all U.S. technology, but there is some room for discussion because, well, I don't see it as an opinion, yet it kind of is, right? Because I don't have any facts, I don't have any truths, but I see it as a fact. I guess I should say an assumption is what it is. Now, with that, what if they were to become number one, right? Would they still allow for so much XRP to be the standard and things like that? Because right now the U.S. is quite fine with anything. I mean, Swift is Belgium technology, really, and a lot of things are headquartered in Belgium. But I guess that's all fine because all these alliances have the U.S. and a couple of these Europe parts in it. But China is very often left out of these discussions. So I'm wondering, what do we be looking like if China's number one? Because we'll see more of the alliance between China, Brazil, Russia, South Africa, like those ones pop up, and maybe in India do some more, like the BRICS. That's what I'm literally referring to. Maybe we'll see more of that come up instead of the G20 normal conferences. I'm not saying China's in none of these entities, by the way. I'm just saying they're a lot less important than they would be if they were to become number one, at least in my opinion. Especially if they were to get the world reserve currency, that would definitely change everything a little bit more even. Moving further though, because I can talk about this for a whole day and yet I don't know too much. Only 0.025%, 2.1 million people had invested in XRP. We're still so early. So I'm kind of wondering exactly how they got this number. Only 0.025%, about 2 million people have invested in XRP. How did they get the number? I don't even know. Global population 7.8 billion. Each thing is about 10 million people. And you can see this is the amount of people that have invested in XRP. This is the amount of people in the world, I'm assuming, which still seems rather small then. But if everyone has invested in XRP, he would only have 12.8 XRP. This is a very strange infographic. I don't like the way he typed things here, but it's cool to give some perspective, I guess. There is only 322 XRP available for every PayPal user, which is 310 million. Okay, so I think it's just to put into perspective that right now, if everybody were to grab some XRP, there would only be about 12.5 per person, which means that if you have more than, let's say 20, no, you can even say more than 12.8, there will always be somebody with less XRP than you, which is rather interesting to think about because, Well, 12 XRP right now is like pennies. It's a couple dollars. It's pretty interesting to just quickly pick that up for anybody, I think. Now, if we're starting to look at all PayPal users using it, then there's only 322 available per person. So if you then have more than 322, there will always be somebody with less than you, which is rather interesting once more as well. Yeah, it's just also the fact that what if everybody would have won it? That's all they could get if there was equal sharing. It's pretty damn strange, you know. So anything you have above that, you're always in a kind of a better spot than somebody else. And I don't know if that makes you feel good, but it kind of feels privileged, you know, to be so early that we are in a position where picking up a couple thousand XRP is still doable for a lot of people. Maybe not instantly, but over a period of time, getting to maybe yourself, 2,000 XRP. How much is that right now? About $500 is definitely possible for a lot of people. And guys, don't see these videos as financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest. That's not my point here at all. I literally don't care if you buy or sell your coins. It doesn't matter for me. I'm just trying to show you guys what I found and what I think about these crypto. That's all. All right, not financial advice, purely for entertainment and maybe a couple of pieces of information in there as well, but not financial advice at least. Lord XRP, we got the dollar value again. Simple math to find out that XRP can't handle daily transactions with a $100 value. All connections are made. There's not much left to say. Final phase. I retweeted this. Why? Because I want somebody to find out exactly what the frick he is talking about. And I specifically did not add context because I literally don't understand exactly where he came from. Now, would it theoretically speaking be better for XRP to be at a higher price? Yes. Would a lower price per XRP not be possible? Oh, no. I mean, it would still be possible. He doesn't follow me back or he has unfollowed me. I will not support him anymore then. Such a shame. Would XRP not function at a lower price? Well, it would. And is it not possible to transact $1 trillion with only 10 cents in XRP price? Well, you can still do that. So I don't really see this problem anymore at all. So, yeah. The way we should see it is every 3 seconds, XRP gets freed up again. So if you have $1 billion worth of XRP, which can be done every 3 seconds, well, just calculate it for yourself how much money that would be in a day. Yeah. Maybe it's not enough yet, but then, okay, up the dollars a little bit. Like, let's say you have $10 billion available in XRP per 3 seconds. Yeah, you're gonna get somewhere, guys. Trust me on that one. XRP fork flare now supported by major crypto platform Uphold. A lot of people got really excited about this, so I thought I should briefly share it here as well. That yes, they are joining it as well. And for all of those that are wondering, I have a lot of my money on the ledger, and I've still yet to claim the Spark. I'm not doing it because I'm just waiting for everything to become a little bit easier. If it doesn't get easier, I will just use the guide. But let me know in the comment section if I should make a video on it as well, how to do it. And then Swell 2020 was huge in my opinion, since we had two big indications that ODL usage will be increasing soon. First, the slide showing senders holding XRP, and then the flywheel slide showing we're close to the last stage, boosting with digital assets. Isn't this what we want? And yeah, I can't completely agree. But guys, that was it for today's video. I got some more stuff, but I guess I'll wait on that for tomorrow. This was the last video of today. I also have gotten, a little bit sick. I'm thinking I have actually tested, so I'm nothing going on with me, but still, sometimes the runny nose a little bit. So I don't understand exactly. I guess it's just the time of the year, right? But that also makes recording a little bit more annoying. Like right now, I want to just use the piece of paper. I don't know how to say it in English, but yeah, it's not really that much possible if you're making a video. Otherwise, it would make a crazy noise, and I would never do that to you guys. But yeah, guys, thank you all for watching this video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. By the way, brief thing, right? Did you guys know I don't really use notes? Like, I read a lot of these articles and then I just tell you guys exactly what I think. There's no planning up front. Sometimes I do if I really have something important to say that I can't mess up. But most of the times, I just tell you guys exactly what I know from knowledge and from what we read the day before and a couple of days before and what I've read online. I just aggregate it all once we start talking about these articles. It's not like I planned to talk about things and I wrote them down. Maybe I should though. I don't know what would be better, planned content or just one take like we're doing right now. No guidelines, no nothing, just straight up my thoughts. Let me know what you think about that and press the like button if you enjoyed it. See you guys again in another one.